Hello, today I'm going to show you how you can use the Numberline app on the Math Learning Center. Here I am at the Math Learning Center website. I'm going to go down to where it says Numberline, and I'm going to go ahead and open Web App. Now again, if you look at this, I had done a video previously about place value blocks, and here on the Numberline, you can use this to give you some ideas of what you can do with the Numberline. There's several things you can do with the Numberline. So let's go ahead and go into the Numberline app. Okay, so first of all, it comes right here straight to this line settings. Right here, again, this is when you want to restart everything. Now right here, what you have is so many options. You can do whole numbers, and when you press here, it gives you the option of what you want for the whole numbers to count by. Because we all know that when students see number lines, they're not always going to count by one. So you have your ones, twos, your fives, tens, 25s, hundreds. You choose what you desire. And it's good for the students because then they can get that practice of the different types of number lines. You could also custom it. So if you wanted to go by a different order, you can put it in here. Okay. So you go back. Here you have fractions. So you choose by how you want the fractions. You have decimals. You choose by what decimal you want it to go by. You have no numbers. So this comes in handy so when I click on this, you can see it becomes completely blank. So if you want students to create their own number line or you want to create your own number line, you can do that. There's also no ticks. This one comes in handy. For example, I've used this before for rounding when they have to determine what two digits are between. They just create their own number line for rounding, but there's so many options here. Let me go back to whole numbers. Now in the whole numbers, you also have, well, any of these number lines, you can choose the spacing you want. Notice how small this is. You can do it that way, or you can do it a little wider, and then you have even wider. So you choose exactly how you want. Down here, start at, I like this feature. Typically I like the middle. I think that's good enough that it's not too much. So right here, let's say you want to do your whole numbers by tens. Start at. So if I want to start at, I don't want to start at 0. I want to start at 50. So I put in 50. Okay. And as you can see, I can put done. It automatically starts at 50, and here it is. So that just basically gives you the starting point. You can keep going. As you notice, this right here is a toolbar. It moves. So you could, it moves for the longest. So you can determine where you want it. Okay. All right, so then you have right here, again, that's the line setting, so we already did that. Right here is where you can make the jumps. So this is where you can make equations. So like for right here, I have 120, right? And as you know, it shows it's going forward, so it's addition, and it actually shows you when you press that number down there, it'll show what it's adding. It's adding 20. If you don't want it to be seen, click on it again, and it does a question mark. So that's what this feature is. It reveals what it is. If you decided you want to do subtraction, so you can move wherever you want, just drag from this square, drag backwards, and notice it changes color. So you're now subtracting, and it'll show you what you're subtracting. You'll even have the subtraction sign, okay? So that's what that one is. This one here, excuse me, it blocks off all the numbers, okay? And if you want the numbers to see, you can do it right there. That's basically what that tool is. And then when you go here, you can click where you want. So let's say I want to click in the middle here. I'm going to put this here, and it automatically comes here where you can put what you think the number is. So it's like, okay, students, what number do you think that is? Oh, I think it's 175. So you put 175, done, and it does that for you. Okay. And you can even move it around. If you're like, oh, that's not 175. It actually is over here. So you have the choice of how you want to maneuver that. Okay. So that's basically what that is. You click anywhere. So I can click right here. And you do, and see how it automatically goes there. So that's what that one's for. Okay. All right. If you want to take it away, you can put it in the trash can. All right. Now we're going to go to this one here. What this is, it just covers up. So this is more for like a live session on Zoom. You can cover it up here and say, okay, guys, what numbers go in between 140 and 170? They have discussion, and you show them, and there it is. So that's more for a live session. All right. You also have here where you can put in an equation. So for example, I can put the equation 130 minus 25, okay, or minus 20, however I want to do it, equals. So what you could do is, if you do that, you can put it up here, And you can tell the students, I want you to show me that representation, so they can come over here and they can maneuver that, and you can do it that way. See how that works? So you can totally assign this, as far as you can make the equation and you assign them to do that, and they can share the work with you, which I will show you where that's at. All right, you also have text. So of course, text is where you would write the directions, show the equation on the number line. Okay, choose your colors, done. Put it wherever you want, as big as you want, as small as you want. That's what that's for. All right, and then you have right here the where you can actually write on it. So this is just wherever you want to write. If you want the kids to write it instead of doing these automated blocks, number blocks, you can do that. You can do straight lines, change the color. That's the erase, and this is to erase the whole thing. So if I was writing somewhere and I want to erase the whole thing, it'll clear the drawing, but everything else will be still there, okay? All right, here is duplicate. So let's say I want to, let me X this out. I have this and I want another 20. I want to duplicate that. So you just add it again and you can see it's duplicated again. You can put it somewhere else or however you want to do this. So that's what that's for. Let me delete that. Again, to delete, you just press the trash. I'm going to get that and delete that. Here is a code. That's where you have a code that the students can share their work with other students, with you. The only way to get that code is if they press this share button, and you will see a code come up, and that's how they share. Now, I'm going to include another video that's specifically just how to share their work and how to share what you've created. So you see how I've created this right here? Let me delete this. I can totally get this. I can save it, and I can send it to the students so that they can actually show me the work and I can see if they understand the concept. So that's in this share button. So you see save, copy link, but again, I will show you that in another video. But that is how you use the number line.